Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sweet and Sour Soccer. Tomorrow is the day. It is the Old Firm derby in what is probably one of, if not the biggest rivalries of football, and definitely the biggest rivalry in the UK. It is Celtic versus Rangers, 7:45 tomorrow, and this is going to be one hell of a game in what is probably one of the closest derbies in recent history. Guys, before I jump into this preview, make sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And a massive shout out to everyone that has subscribed because we have finally hit 2,000 subs. But we want to keep going. So please, if you are new, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. As I say, this is a Celtic versus Rangers preview. And at the moment, the table is as close as it's going to get. Just 1 point separates them after Rangers' 3-3 draw to Ross County at the weekend. Rangers are still in first position, but as I say, just 1 point within this. And this is probably one of the most biggest derbies in recent history because of this, the Champions League. Now, for those of you that don't know, and I must admit this was something that I was made aware of, whoever finishes top of the SPL this year will have automatic qualification into the Champions League group stages, which adds a massive, massive incentive. Not just the usual incentive, but whoever finishes top of the SPL, the financial incentive that will bring, and of course, either seeing, at Celtic or Rangers, guaranteed Champions League football next year. Of course, just as I say, just 1 point between them so far. And interestingly, they have to play each other on the penultimate game of the season as well. Now, if we look at the current form, both are unbeaten in the last 5, and Celtic have actually won 4 on the bounce. Now, don't let the fact that Rangers have conceded 3 in the last game fool you, though. In the last 10 before that, they conceded just 2 goals in the SPL. And Celtic themselves have been on a brilliant run of form. And interestingly, both have had transfer windows that they'll be increasingly very happy with. And I'm sure Rangers and Celtic fans will both agree. If we look at the Rangers, obviously transfers they've made, unfortunately, Aaron Ramsey is not available tomorrow, which will be gutting news for Rangers fans. But one man that has hit the ground running, the loanee signing from Manchester United, the young talent Diallo, he scored straight away on his debut. He was pretty much introduced straight after signing for them. I think there was one day between him signing and the next game. He started and he scored, and he looks like a brilliant signing for them. It is a shame out for Rangers fans that Aaron Ramsey isn't available. I'm sure Celtic fans might feel differently. But moving on to Celtic's transfer window as well. They've brought in 5 new signings, of which 4 of those, interestingly, have come from the J League. But of course, they've also signed Matt O'Reilly. Now, this is a player that, whilst he was at Fulham, was linked once with a move to Dortmund. He's a very solid midfielder, and he's going to add a lot to Celtic's team in the second half of the season. You could argue with the signing of Ramsey for Rangers, signing of O'Reilly for Celtic, they've both made good additions in that midfield area. Now, I suppose it's the crunch time, isn't it? I'm going to have to make a call here on what I believe the score is going to be. Now, an interesting fact for you guys is both that there might only be 1 point separating the 2 sides in the league table. There's actually only 1 goal separating them as well in terms of goals scored. At the moment, it's an astonishing, both of them, I believe, have achieved just over 2 goals per game. And I honestly think there's going to be goals in this one. I really do. Of course, when they played previously, Rangers did win that one near the start of the season. I think it was the 4th game of the season. Rangers won that 1-0. I think there's going to be more goals for this. I really do. Of course, this time round, Celtic do have the home advantage as well, which I'm sure Celtic fans are looking forward to. But what am I going to go for here? Celtic and Rangers fans, you guys are going to accuse me. You're probably going to hate me of sitting on the fence here. But I've got to go with my gut instincts, and I honestly do believe there's going to be goals in this. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I really do. I think it's going to be one of those more fiery, those more, ruthless Old Firm derbies. And of course, as I say, there's a lot on this. The table is closer than it's probably been in recent history. Obviously, Rangers running away with it last year. Celtic have had their time of running away with the league title. I think this is going to be one that's not going to be a cagey affair. I think both teams are going to go fully at it, and I do think there will be goals. So my prediction for this is a 2-2. I'm sure not many fans will agree with me, because if you're a Celtic fan or you're a Rangers fan, I'm sure you're going to be backing your team. And I can't wait for this game tomorrow. It is going to be a massive, massive game. Guys, let me know, are you looking forward to it? I'm sure you are. Rangers fans, are any of you making the journey to Celtic? And Celtic, are you looking forward to obviously making it a fortress tomorrow night? It's going to be a great one. I can't wait for it. Make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.